Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna play 789. We are back again with another video here, and I'm gonna give my Walking Dead episode 4 review. And you know what? I was ready. I think I was gonna give it another day, but then I was like, you know what? I'm ready for my opinion. It's very strong, and it's a good one. So let's hop into this. So my main thing is, I'm just gonna talk about the score right away for me. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10. There's nothing really. I felt like there's nothing really wrong with the episode. I mean, the frames dropped here and there. It's only because I'm on PlayStation, obviously, but. On console, it wasn't too, or I mean on PC, it wasn't too bad. I saw a lot of the choices we're gonna talk about in this too in this review. There's a lot of good endings. Um, I mean, there's a lot of bad endings too. You could say in your own opinion. From one just killing Tennessee right off, which I don't know how I felt about that. I know he's a kid and all that, but I mean, it was AJ's decision. I think if you gave him that, I think it was a good decision to be honest. Like I don't want to say it was a bad decision, but depends if you like Tennessee or not. I mean. Tennessee kept screwing up over and over and over. So, I mean, I don't blame AJ for what he did in that episode for this review. I don't in some ways, but I actually, said AJ should make his own decisions. But I think in Telltale's mind, they wanted to save Clem no matter what, maybe just lose her foot. I thought what they're going to do is, if you said no, that he would kill her. And if you did, he would, if you did say he should have his own choices, he could, save her. I don't know. I thought they were gonna go down that route. I thought I was gonna get like a bad ending or something like that. I was gonna be really pissed off, but I'm happy I didn't. So, a lot of things that were awesome in the episode from Minerva, which I thought was amazing. Like she looked pretty freaking awesome. I can't lie about that. I thought it was pretty freaking awesome with that scene there. Obviously from the part where she's coming out singing and everything. She's beat up and everything. I don't know. The one thing I don't understand is how the walkers didn't, eat her or anything like that. Like she was shooting a gun into the crowd and nothing was going on. I was like, I don't know about that. I think they would have still bit you or hurt you. A couple things is you could tell Skybound hopped in. They hopped in for the part with AJ at the end. I guess the game wasn't finished there, so they hopped in, finished that in. It seemed like they did because the options were way bigger and they gave you more options with AJ. I kind of liked that a little bit more, to be honest. Just because it's like the end of the game, they're trying to, wrap up Clem's story, which is good. I don't see them making another Walking Dead game. I really don't see it being a spin-off of AJ. I doubt we'll ever get to see him again. But it was a good send-off in a way. It was very satisfactory. Now, Viola and Lewis, there's many things that happened to them. Obviously, Lewis from the last episode got his tongue cut out. Violet losing her finger, obviously, in the last episode. In this episode, Violet was the only one, I believe, that changed except 10. Where Violet got shot, basically, or no, I'm not shot, I'm sorry. I'm going to say Tennessee got shot in the neck, he died. And Violet losing an eye, really. It was just that she went blind from the bomb. The one eye went blind, one eye was decent, I guess. She could barely see out of it. Then we have Lewis. Nothing really happened to him either way, which was pretty cool. He survived. Anybody that didn't have Tennessee's route, they survived, which was cool. If you didn't save Tennessee, you would still get the hat and everything like that, which was, it was good enough. There's nothing I could really complain about the episode. I mean, the only thing that really pissed, I think, a lot of people off, which was a good thing for them, is, it made you feel like Clem died. And for me, I was actually just going to call it quits and not even upload the game. But then, I kept playing all. I was like, you know what, we'll just finish off AJ's story. He deserves it, right? He's a pretty good character. I liked him throughout the whole game. There's a lot of things that's happened with, what's this called? James's side, which I don't know. James did survive if you killed Lily. It was a little bit more aggressive. I did understand why, but I don't know. James just felt like a little bit more like his old self, I guess you could say, or how he originally was. He felt like a monster a little bit there. And they started just killing walkers after that, which I was like, I thought you just didn't believe in that. I don't know. I think his is a little bit sloppy in this game. I don't mind him. I really liked his character. I really did. He's probably my favorite side character in the game, except AJ. He was pretty cool, but then they kind of changed him. Like they wanted to make you hate him a little bit and stuff like that. Like I didn't hate him or anything. I really liked it. And then there's so many cool things they added from the Carroll Ranch, which I really liked. They added that in the game. Oh, and the main thing I was happy about there, we saw Eddie from I think his name was Eddie from 400 Days. If I'm wrong there, correct me. It's that or Wyatt. I believe Wyatt was the blonde dude that we played as, and that was Eddie. That was pretty cool. We got to see him again. I don't know. We saw all the 400 Days characters, and I guess Eddie didn't go there. I mean, he said he never found Eddie, so I mean, there you go. In Season 2, they actually said that he never found Eddie. I'm happy they tied him in there. They got rid of all the 400 Days characters. I guess most of them did die at the Hal's department store, whatever you want to call that, in Season 2. I guess Eddie was like the last one. They just want to tie him up. bringing a little Cole back in there, which is very awesome. We also saw that I think the graphics looked a little bit different there too, which looked nice. It kind of looked like a New Frontier. For some reason, to me, I think New Frontier's graphics look a little bit better than this year's. I can't complain about this year's. It was really nice though, the final season. The frame rate was a little bit lower, I noticed, which I don't mind about frame rate and stuff like that. I'm not into that stuff. Like, I'm not nerdy about that. Even though I really love the game, you know, like, I think if they make other Walking Dead games like this, it will be successful and give you a character that you love and enjoy. We had Clementine, you know, through 7 years. I've been playing this game since I was 11 years old, and now I'm 18, and I still love the game, you know. Maybe one day I'll go back and play Season 1 and 2 on the channel, if you guys would like that. Even Michonne's series, I think I was going to play that on the channel, but I think I got rid of it. Or I got copyrighted. I think I did play on the channel, I had to take it off. That happened in a lot of my videos during February of last year, but anyway, let's just move right into the next topic. I forgot about that, but it's okay. Other than that, this episode is really cool. The only characters we really didn't see out through this whole series was Sim, Omar, and Ruby. Those are the main characters we didn't really talk too much. Like, I didn't mind not talking to them, but they were pretty cool characters anyway. Sim voted for us to stay. I think that's a smart decision anyway on his behalf. I'm surprised Lewis voted us out. Like, I know we killed Marlon, his best friend, but I don't know. Either way, you can make AJ become a murderer, honestly, which is kind of crazy. He killed like 3 people in this whole season. I think it was a little too much. Marlon, Tennessee, and then you could kill Lily with him. So I mean, I think it was a good way I went with him. You know, he didn't drop too many people. I like that. He only killed Marlon in my game. He could have killed you know, Tennessee. I just didn't know that was gonna happen. Which I'm so happy there's a lot of good choices with that. There's a lot of good choices, I think, in this game. They really didn't, you know, go all out, which I should say. Like, they didn't kill all the characters off like they did with Season 2 and everything. After Season 1, I think Season 2 struggled with that. They tried to bring in a whole new group with more characters. Obviously, we saw there. And Season 2 wasn't a bad game, like I would say. I love Season 2, but I'm not going to talk about that till probably tomorrow. So this whole episode was great. You know, there's nothing I can really complain about other than that, just the frame rate I said earlier. But, you know, other than that, 10 out of 10. There's a lot of cool things with Clem at the end. Like, she basically becomes the Herschel of the group, I should say. I was going to say someone else, but I didn't seem like them. She becomes Herschel of the group, or the Rick, if you could say. I should say Herschel from the TV show. And I like that. Like, her character is still useful in a way. AJ, you know, he'll probably have a good future in this game now. I think if Telltale does come back and fix this game, or I should say the people from Telltale, if they start making a new Walking Dead game, I will play it. It depends how it will be. I was going to play The Walking Dead's Overkill, but there's no point now because the game died out. But this is a great Walking Dead franchise, like I said right here. This is going to be for Skybound for themselves. They can make a lot of money just making another game like this, even if they want to do AJ. They don't even have to include Clementine. I mean, all of us are going to want Clementine, so I think it's a good way to wrap up her story. It felt really good, to be honest. Like, Clementine, for many things she did, it felt like, you know, really good. There's nothing I can really complain about. It was a great send-off and satisfying. You had to wait, like, I think 25 minutes till you found out what happened to Clementine, really. Which I was like, that kind of pissed me off in a way. If you guys watch my videos, too. It really pissed me off. But other than that, like, the flashbacks and everything, Clementine becomes like a straight like a murderer in this game. Like I noticed, like I understand they would have survived and everything. They're about 10 years in, like the TV show, I believe, something like that. And damn, like she comes in a straight murderer, man. Like they passed the comics in this timeline too, I noticed, but she was dropping people like flies, to be honest. Like in the McCarroll Ranch, episode 1, you could kill Abel and stuff like that. It was crazy. You know, you didn't kill Abel, you lost his arm, but I still enjoyed the game. You know. I just think she could keep a little murder happy. You can make her, which is I don't know. I guess you're just trying to survive, you know. I can understand that mentality because of this world and everything changed. But you know, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did, 10 out of 10, like I said before. Hit the sub button, it helps the channel grow. We're gonna be talking about The Walking Dead for the next 2 days. We're gonna be talking about the season review. Ooh, sorry about that. The season review tomorrow, and probably the next day we're gonna talk about probably the series review. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. Boy.